Hey, CAPI family.
Look what I got.
Oh my goodness. Hey everybody, it's time for CAPI Live. I'm glad everybody was able to join us tonight. We're going to have a good show. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. In my opinion, that's the best stuff to talk about is a lot. You know, if you're going to talk about stuff, I think talking about a lot of stuff is always better than talking about just stuff, don't you? Yeah. Hey, John. Hey, Beth. We got two people in the audience.
Beth, look at my slime.
Beth, look at my slime.
Yes.
I hope I don't do that all night. Hey, emo girl. Everybody's starting to come in, yeah. Everybody's starting to come in, yeah.
It's been a long time since I first started on my first income.
It really has. How long have we been doing this?
355 years.
355 years? Wow, you don't look a day over 150 years. I didn't know we'd been doing this that long. 355 years. Beth says I love the slime.
It's great. I used to be very sticky, but I put shaving cream in it. No, it's not.
No, it's not sticky. I like it when it's sticky. Hey, Jenny. 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 Hey, Jenny. Welcome to slime time.
Wait. You know the slime monster in
I don't know.
the movie and the show.
That movie that was on the movie before that movie was out?
Ghostbusters, the slime monster.
Ghostbusters? You're talking about Slimer.
Monster.
You're talking about Slimer.
Yes, that's his name.
Slimer.
It's green.
It's green. Mm-hmm. Is that you, Clarice? Jenny, are you coming to camp in February? That's a good question, Jenny. Jenny! She says, I definitely am. Are you really coming, Jenny, for real? Hey, Brianna.
Hello.
Hey, Mayo. Hope I said that right. Mayo, kitty. Mayo's watching. It's a cat.
Hi.
Brianna said, hey, Johnny. She actually said, hi, Johnny. How'd you know I was high? How did you know? Are you psychic? Mo. Oh, is that how you say it? Mo.
Mo,
like, oh, that hurt.
Mo,
that hurt. I think I actually am. I think you are too. You just knew that I was high. I'm always high. On life. Just life. On life. High on life. Anyway. Glad everybody came in so soon tonight.
I want to show y'all 3 tricks that I can do. Alright, hopefully I get this right. See it? Okay,
Whoa, how did you do that?
Wait, me! Maybe I did it right.
You did one right through your hand.
Okay, and now here's this. And then here's the dog.
Whoa, you stretched your thumb. Cool. I think you're high on life. Now some grass, then smoke it. All right, we're going to be silly. We're always silly. I hope everybody had a great week. We did. I wasn't here last week. I do apologize. I was under the weather. I was sick, wasn't I? I was sick last week. I really was. I was sick last week. I'm not sick now. I was sick last week. I got the bug that everybody was getting, that little stomach bug that was going around. It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun at all. So, yeah. Didn't feel, yeah, it glitched a little bit. It does that. Glad to see you're feeling better. Thank you, Emo. Appreciate it. I am. I'm feeling much better. I did have a, let's start the prayer list. You want to do that?
Yes.
All right, let's do the prayer list. Boom, boom, boom. First of all, Bethy, our amazing Southern Belle, mama of the team, real boss. I don't know what else to say. Beautiful Beth. Beautiful, pretty, sweet, kind. She's not kind. Not always. She's only kind in public. When you're alone with her, she's very evil. I'm very scared of Beth. If I ever am on the show and I twitch my ear like this, that means y'all save me from Beth. Y'all remember that. All right? You helped Carol Burnett out. Help me out. If I ever tug my ear like this, I call the FBI. Beth is killing me. So, no. But all joking aside, our sweet, beautiful Southern Belle Beth is going to have a procedure on her back again. I think she likes it because she keeps doing it. I don't know why. No, she's having a necessary procedure done on her bike. Or her bike. It's just her bike, not her back. Now she's having a procedure done on her back. So please, back, yes, please, that everything goes well with that. As always, because we love our Beth. If you're on right now and you haven't said anything in the comments, please do so. That way I will know that you are here and present. That's the only way I know you're here. All it does is tell me a number, and then whoever post on the comments, I can tell you're here by that way. So if you're on here, please do that. Say hi to us and let us know you're here. Say hello to the team, or just say hello to Dakota. She'll say hello back, won't you? Watch. Hello, Dakota.
Hi.
See? All right. So if you're on here right now and this is your first time, or if you visited before but you never hit that subscribe button, please hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you'll know that when we're on, so you'll know when we're on, which is every Sunday night.
Greetings, beautiful John.
Greetings, beautiful John. See, I told you she'd say hello back. But if you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, let us know you're here. We love you very much, and we want you to join the CAPI family. We don't say fans or any of that crap because we're not worthy of fans. We just say family, and we always welcome new people to the family. And if you like the paranormal, then this is where you need to be, because it's the real paranormal, not the crap you see on TV and the radio and on newspapers and movies and all that stuff. So, getting back to the prayer list, keep me in your prayers. Like I said last week, I was sick. Ever since I was sick, I've been having some issues with my breathing. So definitely keep me in your prayers for my breathing. Are you going to do that every time I talk about that? I scared this little thing right here next to me pretty bad the other day because my breathing was I had an attack on my breathing and it scared her. But now she's cool, aren't you? You know it's nothing, right? Right? Okay, cool. But yeah, so keep me in your prayers as always. Keep our family in your prayers. We have the big wedding coming up the 17th. One of our oldest is getting married on the 17th here at the ranch. It's going to be big. A big wedding here. We're looking forward to that. So keep us in your prayers, getting all that done. A December wedding, that sucks sometimes. I used to think that would be a really cool idea, but I don't think that's a very cool idea anymore because you have Christmas and end of year bills and all that stuff. Yeah, not so good. You got your taxes coming out and all that stuff. Yeah, it's not so good. but we're excited to do it, and we're really, really happy for Alyssa and Gabe. So keep us in your prayers for that I don't lose my sanity or my bank account. But also keep Dakota here in your prayers. She didn't get a great report on her last eye doctor visit, so we're wanting to keep her in our prayers too. We were hoping that she could take those darn glasses off, but she can't yet. They haven't gotten any worse, but they haven't gotten any better either. So keep Dakota in your prayers too. Her goal is to get rid of those glasses, right? She wants to get rid of the glasses. I know. I'll read it in a minute. As always, keep John and Michelle in your prayers. They're still recovering from the house fire. Keep Stephanie and Joey and their family, their girls, in your prayers. They just moved to their own ranch, and it's been a major, major, major overhaul for them. I have one unspoken request. Let me get to this. I hope both of y'all are get to feeling better. I woke up yesterday morning to my mom telling me my grandmother had a heart attack. They don't know until she had blood work done. Oh, I'm so sorry, Brianna. Keep Brianna's grandmother in your prayers too. That's never a good thing. A buddy of mine named John, not John that's on here, but another John. His grandmother just had a heart attack. It's three unspoken requests. Excuse me. Please let me know. Y'all tell me on here. Keep Tammy in your prayers. Unspoken. Just say Tammy in your prayers. I think that's it. But if I'm missing anybody, you guys just throw it up there for me, and I'll know what it is. And I said pray for her mama. Keep me and her mama in her prayers. Yeah, I said that too. Okay, let's get to upcoming events. Like I said, if you guys have a prayer request you want to throw it up there. John, if you would, go ahead and throw up your email. If you have a prayer request that you want to add to the prayer list, but you don't want to air it on here, you can email John. He's going to throw up his email will be popping up any second. He can we do record our prayer list. It's not something we just talk about on here. We actually do have a prayer list, and we do pray about all the prayers and everything. We do have praise reports sometimes. I have a praise report right now. We added Chance, our 17-year-old, I think, horse, to the prayer list a few months ago. Excuse me. He had a cancer in his eye, and when we took the mask off, the eye has completely cleared up. So we appreciate all the prayers for Chance. The doctors, they're going to have to take another look at it, but his eye has completely cleared. It's amazing. It really is. We're like falling over backwards about it. Okay, Beth. Good night. Love you. Night, Beth.
Is it just me, or she always have to go to bed?
Yeah, she's pretty lazy. Don't tell her I said it, because I'm really scared of her. Now, she has that procedure in the morning, remember?
Oh, yeah.
She has to go to the doctor early in the morning. So yeah, she needs to get some sleep, so she'll be ready for that. Don't tell her I said she's lazy, though, because she'll kill me. No, I'm not die yet. Let's see. I'm going to get to y'all's comments really quick.
Yes!
Love and positive vibes for hubby, please, as he's trying a new medication for his heart failure, and it comes with a ton of serious side effects and could potentially be fatal. Oh, definitely. Y'all keep Preston in your prayers, too. We need to add him as an ongoing prayer, John. So let's put him on there. Definitely.
I will.
If you have prayer requests and don't want to share from here, you can email to me, and we'll pray for you, jbowen.capi@gmail.com. That's jbcapi@gmail.com. jbowen.capi@gmail.com. And he'll add you to the prayer list. But it's supposed to be a great medication for heart failure. So fingers crossed. We don't cross fingers, but I got you. I know what you're saying. I always take faith over luck. So we'll have faith that does take effect and it does do positive results for his heart failure. All righty, cool. I think I got him. I'm caught up now. All right. Yeah, if you have one another prayer request and you haven't put it up there yet, pop it up there anytime during the show. We'll make sure it gets added. Just like John just said, when he put his email up there, jbowen.cappy@gmail.com. If you have a prayer request, but you do not want to air it on here, you can email it to John and he will add it to our list. I promise you. And there's his email again. So pop that up or copy that email. And if you have a prayer request, just send it right over. And I promise you, we will add it to our list. We do pray for those that are on our list every week, every night, and it does work. It works. There's a lot of people on our team and in the CAPI family that are living proof that prayer does work. I'm one of them. I was told in 2001 that I had 6 months to live, and there was not a darn thing they could do about it. But I was just checking out. That was it. There was no surgery I could take. There was a couple of surgeries I could take, but it wouldn't work. It wouldn't keep me alive. But prayer trumped all of their expectations of me. So prayer does work. I get some blood tests done next week at the doctor's. Hopefully everything comes back clear. Yes, Bree, absolutely. Add Bree to the prayer list too for her blood work. That everything comes back great with that. All right. So if you have any more, just pop them up there. If I don't see them, just pop them up there again. All right. And if you, like I said, if you don't have one you don't want to air out to everybody, just send it to jbowen.cappy@gmail.com and he will add it to the list. Upcoming events. We are excited about this upcoming CAPI camp. Probably more so than I think the only time that we've gotten excited about a CAPI camp at this level was the very first CAPI camp. I think that's the only time we've ever been this excited about a CAPI camp. I don't know what it is because it can't be the place because we've been there. I think it has a lot to do with the fact that we're going to have so many people there because we're having a lot of people at this next CAPI camp. It's going to be tent camping and cabin camping. All the cabins are taken. I told you guys when we first started talking about going to Troy to Southern Pillars that you got to get in early to get a cabin if you wanted a cabin. If you didn't want a tent camp, but you wanted to come and you wanted to stay in a nice, cozy cabin, then get in there early. Some people heeded that call and got into it, and all the cabins are now taken. We have no cabins available, but you can also tent camp here. So that's great. If you didn't get in a cabin and you still want to come to CAPI camp because it's so amazing, come on. You can still come. Even if you don't have a tent, just about every member of this team has a tent. All right. So if you don't have a tent, but you still want to come, just let us know. You can borrow one of my tents. I'm about to purchase 2 more tents. So, I mean, we have tents galore. All right. So you don't let that be an issue. All right. Usually this is the only venue that we go to that we stay in a cabin. All the rest of them, we do tent camping, and everybody on our team has tents, and I plan on having buku tents. When I'm done buying tents, I probably won't never be done buying tents. Probably, to tell you the truth, I'll probably always buy tents. Your corn.
Yes.
I'll probably just always buy tents. I love to camp so much, guys. It's so much fun. We have the best time camping. We really do. It's so much fun. We never ever leave camp saying I wish we would have not came, or I didn't have any fun on this one, or whatever. It's always, oh my gosh, so much fun. So you have no excuse. Don't tell me you don't have a ride because we'll come and get you. Don't tell me you don't have a tent because, like I just said, we got buku tents. Don't tell me that you don't have money because I'm paying for everything. All right. She says, don't, nobody on this that's going on camp has to pay this time. Nobody. I'm putting the bill this time. And that's not easy. So y'all appreciate it. um, I'll get Mom to look into the next one. Okay, Bree, awesome. Yeah, but so this CAPI camp in February, you have no excuse whatsoever. There's no excuse that you can come up with except well, if you live out of state. Um, obviously, if you live out of state, it would be because we have viewers from all over the world and all over the United States that come on here. So if you're too far away and you can't make the trip, we understand that. But that's the only excuse. There's no other excuse that you can come up with. I mean, there's really not. Don't tell me you don't have a ride because we'll come get you. Don't tell me you don't have money to pay for the camp because I'm putting that bill. Don't tell me you don't have money for food because we're bringing the food. We always supply the food for CAPI camp. All you have to do is bring whatever you're going to drink and some snacks if you want snacks during the evening. You don't have it. Don't tell me you don't have any camping gear because we do. So, and especially this one in February, because everybody that usually comes is going to be in a cabin. We have plenty of tents. So don't really nice tents too. This is not little pop-up tents. We've got really, really nice tents. So don't tell me anything about I don't have the money, I don't have the gear, I don't have the food, or any of that stuff. This CAPI camp is going to be amazing. It really is. We always have a great time when we go to Southern Pillars. Yes, Southern Pillars, that's where it's at. It is Southern Pillars Campground in Troy, Alabama. It's going to be February 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Is the next CAPI camp. John has put up a link just under where it says CAPI Camp Southern Pillars. That link will take you and give you event information. It'll tell you everything you need to know. If you want to come to camp, if you decided, okay, cool, just like Jenny decided she's coming to camp, just email John at that same email that he put up, jbowen.cappy@gmail.com. John is our CAPI Camp King. He created it. He always makes sure he runs smooth. He always organizes it. He does everything. And he does a superb job doing it. I mean, an amazing job. He always makes sure there's always going to be enough food. He always makes sure there's always going to be enough room. He always makes sure there's going to be enough class material. He always makes everything that we need. He makes sure that we have it. And he does a superb job. So just holler at John. He just popped his email up there again, jbowen.cappy@gmail.com. Holler at him, say, hey, I really want to come to CAPI camp. I didn't think I was going to be able to because I don't have a ride or I don't have equipment or I don't have money or I don't have food. I don't have whatever. Just say, hey, there's probably nothing other than you live 500 miles away that you can tell John that John's not going to say, okay, I got you. All right. I promise you. Because he wants you to come to camp. We all do. We all want everybody to come to camp. Why do we want so many people to come to camp? Because we love fellowshipping. That's why we love getting with like-minded paranormalists and just having a weekend and just having fun. Why else do we do it? Because it's a class time also. It's the time to get in the class, the time that you can take the class to learn about the real paranormal hauntings, haunting aspects, haunting investigation aspects of the paranormal, and you get to come to camp and hang out with people that share your views and are interested in the same thing, and you learn stuff. I learned stuff. I've been doing this for 43 plus years, and I still learn stuff during class. I still learn stuff just sitting around the campfire talking to people. The learning never stops. I hope it never, ever, ever stops. I really do. That's one of the things I love about the paranormal so much is because it doesn't stop. You always learn. It just keeps going and going and going. And I hope it never stops. I don't care what title you have behind your name. If you're a novice, if you're a seasoned investigator, if you have a doctorate in the paranormal, if you're a parapsychologist, you always can learn, and that's what we do. Is we learn, and it's never boring information. It's never monotonous. It's always something amazing. We had an investigation just last night. I can't go into detail because I don't have permission, But I saw something at this investigation that I haven't seen in about 20 years. And the last time I saw it, I got 18 stitches on my chin in an investigation. And last night was, I cleared the house. It scared me a little bit because I was thinking my team's here, and I said, clear out. And everybody, my team knows. Guys, I want to share this with you without going into too much detail out of respect for our client. But we were hot and heavy into the investigation. We had a team in another area of the house doing EVP and flashlight studies. We had a team doing in another area of the home doing video. I think when it started, I was in speaking with a client, getting some information from her in another part of the home. It's a pretty big home, and we were having an amazing time. I mean, everybody was just doing what they were supposed to do. They were investigating. They were doing their jobs. The person doing the video said, "Hey, Johnny, come check this out." So I went and looked at it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, "Oh my God." It just popped me back 20 plus years ago, Laurel, Mississippi. And I was like, wow, that is, I looked at it a few times. I had him rewind it. I kept telling him, can you rewind it again for me, man, please? And he'd rewind it. I said, hey, will you rewind that again for me, please? And he'd rewind it. I was like, can I see it one more time? Then after about the fifth time, I was like, I just stood up. I was like, okay, let's clear it out. Guys, my team not only stopped what they were doing without question, but they all hustled out of that house and they took the client with them. They didn't ask any questions. They didn't say why, what's going on. They didn't say, no, it's cold outside or anything like that. Y'all, I can't do this with you doing that. I just, you're such a nut.
Although they come with you like another surprise and they can bring
Win a trophy. Somebody can win a trophy. Who wants to win a trophy? It's a really big trophy. It's as big as my head. See? It's the same size as my head. But yeah, I have such an amazing team now. I really do. But when I saw that, I was just like, yeah, y'all go. Let's figure this out. It didn't turn out to be what I thought it was going to be. Thank God. For the client's sake, it didn't turn out to be what I thought it was going to be. I'll get to y'all's comments in just a second. But if something like that happens, it's great to know that I have a team that doesn't question. They just do their job, and they do it so extremely well. On the way home last night, I was thinking about it, and I had to text them and say, guys, y'all, I actually pulled off the side of the road, grabbed my phone, and started texting them and saying, guys, y'all are just amazing. I can't express enough how amazing and super my team is. It really is. We have a new member. We have a new old member, actually. We had a member whose name is Josh. We affectionately call him Polar Bear. We didn't give him that nickname. Sometimes we give everybody nicknames, but he already had that one coming in. But he was back with us for the first time in several months on our investigation last night, and it was an emotional time. It was a joyous time. It was an amazing time. It was, oh my gosh, y'all just don't know. Having him back on the team after a few months of being gone has been a roller coaster, just of nothing but thrills. You hear people say a roller coaster of emotions where you go up and down, up and down. This one just kept going up and up and up and up and up and up. So, but I want to welcome back Polar Bear. He's our new old member, and had an amazing time with him last night. He did, as he always used to do. He did an amazing job, of course. And the only thing he knows how to do is an amazing job. And so we really welcome him back and look forward to many, many, many years with our brother, Polar Bear. All right, let me get to this. Hey, Johnny or John, I'll reach out to y'all, one of y'all tomorrow. I just want to update y'all on something. Did you update me on materials for the next class? Polar Bear, did we update learning materials for the next class? Yeah, I think John did that. Email. Okay, Bree, just whenever you have our contact information, I'm sure. So CAPI Camp. Y'all come on to CAPI Camp, February 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Southern Pillars Campgrounds in Troy, Alabama. You have no excuse not to come. We've covered all your excuses. So less than being 500 plus miles away, you're good. You live anywhere in the state of Alabama and you want to come, but you don't have a vehicle or don't have means to come or whatever, or maybe you only have one vehicle for the family and not everybody's coming or whatever, just give us a call. Contact John by email, or you can contact me or Beth or Tom or Stephanie or Joey, anybody on Messenger or whatever. But the best way to do it, because we're just going to forward you over to John. The best way to do it is go jbowen.cappy@gmail.com. Send him a quick email. Say, hey, I really want to go to CAPI Camp. Can you give me a holler? Put some contact information on there, and he will, I promise you, get it handled. And there's not much you can tell him that he's not going to say, I got you. I promise. All right. Let's see. What am I missing? I don't think I'm missing anything. I think I forgot it all. We're still working on the radio show. Y'all keep her prayers up for that. We're currently putting together a visual and biographical proposal for that. We started that a couple weekends ago, and I think we pretty much finished it off last night as far as our visual part of it. And we're going to be starting this week on the proposal to get it going, so we can get it out to the sponsors. If anybody knows anybody at all that owns a business, anywhere from Birmingham to Dothan, and they would like to sponsor the television or the radio show, or you think they might, and you want to ask them, just let them know that we're looking for sponsors. Sponsorship is not going to be super expensive. We're not going to charge buku money. My airtime is going to be like $800 a month. So we get 6 sponsors. That's going to more than pay for that. So, and like I said, the price of the sponsorship is not going to be super big. You know, when you first start a show out, they're not always big. So y'all keep us in your prayers for the show, getting it done. If you know anybody that wants to sponsor a show, we've got 2. We've got 2. I've been around country too long. We have 2 sponsors that are set in stone. I want to give them a shout out right now. No, I don't want to give them a shout out right now. I'm sorry. I can't do that. I just remembered they are potential sponsors, so I can't mention them because they're not sponsoring this. So, yeah, sorry, I almost messed up there. But I can talk about one of them, though. I can talk about Chubb Fathers in Alabaster and Birmingham, Alabama. If you want it, y'all, I went there a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, I think. And I already knew Will, Chubb Father. I did not meet his wife when I met him, but I did whenever I went to Chubb Father's, the restaurant there in Alabaster. I got to meet his beautiful wife. I told Will that I met his wife the other day, and I told him, I said, you definitely married up. And he did too. Will's a great guy. He's a great sport. Super, super great people. You just won't find better Christian people anywhere. I promise you that. They're amazing. And but he did marry up. She is beautiful. She is nice. She's intelligent. She's amazing. And the only thing that I can say better than Chubb Father is his cooking. Oh my gosh. That was the best hamburger or cheeseburger I've ever had in my life. I just went by to check it out. I wasn't hungry. I'd already eaten. I didn't know I was going to have a chance to go by there that day, but I was actually on my way home, and I looked over and saw it as I was driving past it. And I was like, oh man, that's Chubb Fathers. So I whipped in there and I went in and grabbed myself a cheeseburger just to try it out. And y'all, wow, it was so amazing. So amazing. Hey, Karen Jones Food and Family. What is that? Oh, she retracted a message. She must have changed her mind. Keep your eye on that one, John. I don't know what that is. But anyway, go to Chubb Fathers in Alabaster or Birmingham. And the one in Alabaster, if you've never been there and you want to go, we are going to be there March 11th, 2023. And it is at 1207 First Street North, Alabaster, Alabama. And we're going to be there. I think it starts at 6. I think, is that right, John? Starts at 6. I've been on Karen Jones' Food and Family. I've been on Will's show several times as Food and Family. Oh, okay. Awesome. I thought you were a troll. Usually whenever someone comes on and then retracts the message, it means they didn't get it mean enough and they want to try it out. But yeah, we've been on Will's show once. We've been on Leland Live several times. We've only done Will's show one time, and we fell in love with everybody there. So yeah. So tell them, Karen, how great his food is. Y'all, so you can tell them. I've heard you on there, Karen. I never have. I wished I had. I hadn't been able to listen here lately because I haven't been in the area. I hit the wrong thing, and I had talked a few weeks ago about hearing in South Pittsburgh, Tennessee, awesome places. Yeah, I remember that. I do remember that. Yep. I remember you talking about that. Yep. Well, welcome aboard. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button, and welcome to the CAPI family. But yeah, we're going to do a meet and greet. The whole team is going to be there. You were on Leland when I talked to you. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, same night. Yep, I do remember that. But we're going to do a meet and greet. We used to do these all the time. We got away from them because of COVID. So we're back at it again now. Our next and first since before COVID meet and greet is going to be at Chubb Fathers in Alabaster. It's 1207 First Street North, Alabaster, Alabama. 1207, 1207 First Street North, Alabaster, Alabama. It's going to be March the 11th at 6 p.m. We are going to, I am a subscriber. Awesome, Karen. Awesome. We're going to be there. The whole team's going to be there. You guys can come in. You can meet the people. You can put faces with names. Usually with CAPI, the only face everybody sees is mine. We have done a few shows with the whole team. We're going to do some more of those in the upcoming year. And yeah, you guys come and check us out. Come and hang out with us at Chubb Fathers. You will not regret it. I promise you. Even if you decide you don't like us, be like, these are some boring, crazy people. I want nothing to do with them. Stay for the burgers. He's got a lot of great food there, y'all. He really does. But that cheeseburger, wow. I plan on trying everything on the menu. And then whenever I get everything on the menu tried, I'm going to have to try it again just to make sure I wasn't wrong the first time. So it's an amazing place. Come visit us March the 11th, 2023, 1207 First Street North, Alabaster, Alabama, 6 p.m. We're going to be there doing our meet and greet. And you don't have to wait till March the 11th to go either. You can go check it out before then. Go to Chubb Fathers. Want to make a quick announcement here? A little quick side note. Chubb Fathers will Breaking Bread, his radio show, all that stuff. None of those stuff sponsored this show. They're not a sponsor. They're just an amazing people and an amazing place to eat. Okay, so it has nothing to do with. I'm not getting any money from Chubb Fathers or Will or any Breaking Bread or any of that, or Karen or anybody. All right, no, we don't get money for the show, so that's not an issue. We don't do that. We just love Will and them, and we love Chubb Fathers, and we want you guys to go check them out. Next time you're in Alabaster, go to Chubb Fathers, right there on First Street North, and check them out. You will not regret it, I promise you. But definitely, if you go check them out, definitely make plans to be there on March the 11th. All right. We're going to talk to you subscribers when we get to 3,000 subs. Johnny and I are both good. Yep. This. See that little logo right there? It's one of our new logos. It's not the official logo. That's still the official logo here. But this one right here is going to be tattooed on mine and John Bowen's bodies somewhere on our bodies. And then we're going to do it live. All right. We may have to depending on where, I know where I'm gonna put mine, but John, he may choose a place that we may have to kind of block out. So you may have to watch that little squiggly, you like you see on cops when they cover people's faces up when it's a kid or something, a little squiggly thing that's on their face like this. You may have to kind of watch that a little bit while John's getting his tattoo, because I don't know where he's going to get it, and I don't know if we can air that or not. But because John may get it somewhere. John's a rebel. Y'all just don't know. He's a crazy rebel, and he may do a CAPI ass shot. I don't know. I don't know that. We haven't discussed it. I'm not promising you guys anything like that or anything like that. But I'm just saying, when I look at how much of a rebel John is, I know I'm not getting mine anywhere, that we'd have to blur out or anything. But John is a bit of a rebel. He may do a CAPI logo ass shot. I don't know. So just be ready for that. All right. I want to make sure you maybe put the kids to bed that night a little early. So, we'll find out. We'll find out. But yeah, if we get to 3,000 subs, we're at 20, somewhere between 22 and 3,000 somewhere. We're over 2,000 subs right now. So it's not that many. You'll have to squiggle my entire body. Mine too. Mine too. It'll just be our eyes. And you'll see the tears coming out because it hurts so much. But yeah, we get to 3,000 subs. We're not far from it. We're less than 1,000 from it. So if we get to 3,000 subs on this channel, we're going to get that logo right there, CAPI with the sound waves up and down. We're going to get that logo put on our bodies. All right, we're at 2.23, so 2,230 subs right now. So we're not far from 3,000. That's less than 800 subs. So less than 800 subs, we get that to the 3,000 mark. We will. Hey, Stephanie, welcome aboard. It's okay. Awesome. Glad you guys are here. Miss you guys so much. But yeah, we get to 3,000. We're getting that tattooed on our bodies somewhere, and we're going to do it live, so you get to watch us cry. And so it's going to be amazing. So as soon as we hit $3,000, we are getting that tattooed on our bodies somewhere. All right. And once again, just be careful when you're watching that live. I know it's going to happen sooner or later. I don't know if it's going to happen the next week, next month, next year. I don't know when, but I know we're going to hit 3,000 sooner or later. And when we do, we're going to do that. Just be ready. It's a possibility that John may do a CAPI logo ass shot. He's a rebel. You never, ever know. You just don't know. With him, he's the kind of guy that the censor has to keep his finger on the button. So I'm just saying, you never know where he's going to go. You never know where his mind is going to take you. So it could be dark. It could be rainbows. It could be horror movie. You never know with John. So just be ready for that. I'm going to do like the shoulder or arm, or I don't know, back of the shoulder. I don't know, somewhere, maybe the back of the head or something like that. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet. But with John, it's a 50-50 chance that it may be PG-13 or rated R. We don't know. So just be ready for that. So, but yeah, get us to 3,000 guys, and we'll do that. We'll go get tattoos of CAPI on our bodies somewhere, and you get to watch. So we're looking forward to that. I am looking forward to that. I was going to do it anyway, and I think John was too. And so Willis said, "Why don't we just do it at 3,000 subs? We'll do it at 3,000 subs, and so if we get to 3,000, or when we get to 3,000 subs, we'll just get it tattooed and let everybody see it." So that's what we're going to do. Okay, I think that's it for the upcoming events. Oh, Stephanie, do you have both the recorders? One, but do you have both? Let me know. Let's see, where are we at now? We got I think that's all the upcoming events. I'm going to do best to be there. Looking forward to meeting you. Oh, Karen, that'd be awesome. Heck yeah. That would be super awesome. You need to come to camp too. I don't know if you like to camp or not, but you need to come to camp. But yeah, if you come to if you make it to the meet and greet, that would be amazing. We can swap stories. Yeah, we can swap stories. Absolutely. Chuck Father is great. Yes, he is. He is amazing. So, everybody make plans to be there on March 11th at Chuck Father's, and we will see everybody there. Sorry, someone was texting me. That's all the announcements. Awesome. Thank you so much. Are you coming to the celebrity investigation, Karen? I don't remember. I'll have to look and see who else is doing that. All right. Let me talk about one more thing on events. John just reminded me of it. You guys are doing, if you're like me, you haven't even started on your Christmas shopping yet. Like I said earlier in the show, we've got the wedding coming up on the 17th, and it's been crazy trying to get everything done. And y'all just don't know. Paramama, I think I saw her meet herself at the door the other day. She has been going so much. When she's not at work, she's doing something with the wedding. I really think I saw her, like, she went to walk out of the door and she had to walk out of her own way because she was also walking in the door. You remember, like, the guy that had time to make the donuts, and he keeps doing that back and forth. And he said that he meets himself at the door and he says, I already made the donuts. That's Paramama. She's been going crazy with this wedding. She is the quintessential mother of the bride, I promise you. She has been going nuts to make this thing as special as she possibly can for Alyssa and Gabe. So we haven't started on our Christmas shopping. I told everybody that this year they're probably going to have to look forward to homemade Christmas gifts. Those little sweet, excuse me, those little sweet handwritten cards. Because yeah, the wedding's killing us. But if you haven't done your Christmas shopping yet, you still got to get on top of that. Do it with Amazon. And they're also not a sponsor. They don't sponsor the show. Remember, I don't have any sponsors on the show whatsoever. But do your shopping with Amazon, please. And when you do, use the link that John just popped on there. And it's an affiliate link. And if you use that link, anything you buy, which will not cost you any different than it would be if you didn't use the link, it's still the same price to you, but we'll get a kickback from it because it's on our affiliate link. It's just Amazon's way of saying thank you for sending people our way. So if you're going to do some Amazon shopping this year for Christmas, I think they said 78% of the people, U.S. population, is going to be doing online Christmas shopping. So just use Amazon, use our link. John's already posted it right there. You can also get it from, I'll see our website back there. It's CAPIParanormal.com, CAPIParanormal.com, CAPI Paranormal.com. You can also get it from there. It's on my Facebook. It's on Beth's Facebook. I think it's on John's. It's on Paramama's. It's everywhere. So use that link, or you can just use it from right there. And use that link and go and do your Christmas shopping. What if you want to do Christmas shopping for a paranormal investigator? Ooh, what do you get them? Once again, go to to CAPIParanormal.com. CAPI Paranormal. Where's it at? .com. And go to our gear page. John, if you'll throw up the link to the gear page, that'd be great. Go to CAPIParanormal.com, hit the link that says gear. That is all items that we have tried and tested and done everything with them, and we represent them. We stand behind them. We say they're great object, great pieces of equipment. We recommend it. So go to our CAPIParanormal.com, CAPIParanormal.com, CAPI Paranormal.com. Hit on the gears page, John just posted the link right there too. It's the last one he did right there. It says capiparanormal.com/gear. Go to that page and you can do all your Christmas shopping right out there. And once again, go to Amazon. That'll take you to those items onto Amazon, and you can get them right there and through our affiliate link. My brother Greg and I like to hunt together. Maybe he and I can make it to camp. Oh, that would be awesome. Please do. Next one, if you wasn't on, I don't know if you were on yet, but the next one is February 3rd, 4th, and 5th at Southern Pillars Campground in Troy, Alabama. All the cabins are taken, but there's still tent areas available. So you can definitely make it. If you can make it to that one, that'd be great. But we do them all year long. We don't, it's not an annual thing that we do. I'm real bad about saying, come to CAPI Camp this year. It's not a this year thing because we don't do it once a year. We do it every chance we get. I ain't kidding you. We usually try to do at least 3 or 4 a year. And that's just because we investigate so much and we all work so much. We would do it 52 times a year. We would do it every weekend if we could, but we can't, unfortunately. But yeah, come to camp. Are there hotels in the area? Yeah, it's in Troy, Alabama, Karen. It's right there in Troy. So there's some really great, Troy's got the big university there. So there's some great restaurants and hotels, and all your major hotels are in Troy. Yeah, it's not a huge city, but it's a very well supplied city. Because Troy University is there, so it's pretty big. Yeah, and they got the air school there, the pilot training school, all that stuff, plus Troy University, and I think there's a couple other universities there. So yeah, there's a bunch of hotels there and restaurants, and we're about, I want to say the campground's about 20 minutes from us. So if you come and you don't want a tent camp, I'm glad you said that because it actually brings up something. If anybody wants to come but they didn't get a cabin, but they say, well, I don't want to camp if I can't have a cabin. I don't want to camp in a tent. You don't have to do that. There's hotels nearby. I'm not paying for the hotels. Okay. I'm already paying for the whole trip. I'm not paying for hotels. But if you want to come and you don't want to sleep in a tent and you want to sleep in a hotel, I think we're 20 minutes. The campground is like 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes from town. And so, yeah, you can come in. Michelle, how far is campground from Troy, from downtown?
Very far, like maybe
10, 15 minutes? Okay. Yeah. So her mama says it's like 10 or 15 minutes from there. So yeah, you can, they have a beautiful campus. Troy does have a beautiful campus. It's a really beautiful campus. Yeah. Troy itself, the city is really beautiful. It really is. They keep it nice. But yeah, we're like 10, 15 minutes from the hotels, and they've got all the major restaurants, and it's a great place. It really is. One of my favorite fast foods is in Troy. Cookout. They have a really awesome cookout there in Troy. Some great hamburgers and hot dogs and wings and things. So yeah, Troy's a great place. So if you want to come, but you don't want to stay in a tent and you didn't get it in time to get a cabin, then you can come and stay in a tent or come and stay in the hotel, and you're only 10 or 15 minutes from the camp, and you can go back and forth if you want to. Like, you just go to the hotel to sleep, and then when you get up, you come straight to camp and you hang out with us all day. No problem there. No problem there at all. So yeah, I'm glad you said that, because that's another option people have, is they can stay in hotels 10, 15 minutes from the campground, and they'll be happy. I have a bed cover on my truck. We can always throw an air mattress in the back of the pickup and then just close the bed cover when you go to bed. It's like a coffin kind of thing. You just put your air mattress in there and close the lid. You can just sleep under the little thing there. I mean, it's just an option if you want to. I don't know. If we have any vampires coming, that'd be great. But yeah, we're super excited about this CAPI Camp, y'all. I just can't talk enough about it. We are so super excited about CAPI Camp this year. Or this, see, there it goes. I always say this year when we do it several times a year. this CAPI camp coming up is just it's turning out to be one of the greatest CAPI camps we've ever done. So it's going to be amazing. We will have the class there. Let me do a breakdown for everybody that hasn't been to CAPI camp yet. I'll do that really quick. Friday, it's the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All right. We always do it on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The whole team takes off Friday. We don't go to work Friday. We get ready. We go to camp. When we get there Friday evening, we usually start pouring in around noon to 4, somewhere around in there, and people just pour in throughout the night. And what we usually do is when we get there on Friday, like it's say John and I are the first 2 there, and we will have our tent and air mattress if anyone needs it. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I was telling them earlier. Emo, is that anybody that wants to come but don't have equipment, just let us know, because I have several tents. I'm fixing to purchase a couple more tents. John has tents. The entire team pretty much has tents and all kinds of camping gear. I have buku camping gear. So if you want to come but you don't have a tent and you're not staying in a cabin, then yeah, just like Emo said, you can still come because we got you. Okay, we got you covered on tents. No problem there. On camping gear galore. We got you. And plus, you don't have to do any cooking because we're going to do all the cooking for you. So anybody that's coming to CAPI camp and you want to help out with the food, get with John. Email John, and he'll direct you on how to do that. I'll bring the canopy too in case we need extra space for class. Yeah, and I'll bring my canopy as well. So yeah, we'll be good. Oh no, we don't need canopies at this one, Emo. This one has a classroom, an indoor classroom. It has a little banquet hall type thing that we have complete control over, complete run with. So yeah, you won't need to bring if you want to bring your canopy and put it over your campsite or by your cabin or whatever, that's fine. Or we could put it out if we do some outside stuff, we could do it. But I'm not young anymore. Hotel it would be. I bet you I'm older than you and I still do it. Camping don't have nothing to do with age. But here's what we do. We get there on Friday. People start setting up their tents and everything. If I get there and the first thing I do when I get there is I'll start setting up my tent, my campground. Now this one's going to be a cabin, so we won't have to do that, but we'll have people there that don't have tents that are still wanting to camp. So what I'll do is I'll get my equipment out of my car or out of my truck and I'll start setting it up for whoever's going to be sleeping in my tent. So when we don't have cabins, this is what we do. Everybody gets there, they start setting up their equipment, setting up their tent, getting their campsite done and everything like that. Now, when we get through, John and I get done setting up our campsite. We don't go sit by the fire and smoke a cigarette or go into the tent and go to sleep and take a nap until time to start or anything like that. We don't do that. Nobody does that. When you get there and you set up, when you're done setting up your campsite, guess what? We go to the next person who just got there and we help them set up their campsite. And we do that until there has all their campsites up and everybody there is, nestled into their cabins. If, like on this one, we have cabins, then we, start to relax. Once that Friday to Friday evening is all for getting everything set up at the camp. All your campsites. Like I said, this time we'll have cabins. So getting everybody settled into their cabins. We help everybody. And then that evening we have a big supper. We have a big dinner. And then we also sit around and talk and fellowship and get to know one another. For the people that's never been there, they get to know the new people or the old people, and pretty much a meet and greet kind of thing. Excuse me. And then everybody just goes to bed whenever they want to. And, we usually have people up way into the morning hours sitting by the fire and just enjoying life. And John and Joey usually stay up to keep the fire going. They stay up pretty late keeping the fire going. I usually buckle out before any of them do because I'm old and I need my sleep. But Saturday morning we get up, we have a breakfast. We cook breakfast for everybody, and everybody just comes up, and as they get up, they eat and everything. If you're doing the class at around 10-ish, depends. Once we can get everybody that's doing the class up and ready and moving, we start the class around 10-ish, and if you're doing the class, you'll do that pretty much that day. We have a few breaks from 10 to noon. Maybe 1 or 2 breaks, depending on, what the mood is and how people, what their needs are and everything. And then usually around anywhere between noon and 1-ish, we'll break for lunch. We have an hour lunch, and then we come back, finish up the class, do the equipment hands-on training, and then that night we'll do the investigative part of it, where you actually go on an investigation and the instructors get to watch you do what you do. Excuse me. Once we do that, CAPI now has 4 team leads. I'm working on more, getting more people set up for that. But right now we have 4 team leads. So that's covered. You'll go with a team lead and you'll do an investigation. We have a place at this camp that we're going to in February for you to go and do a mock investigation. And you go and you do the investigation. They watch you do it. They instruct you on how to do this, and do you give you corrections and see they watch not only your ability to do what you've learned, but they also watch your ability to follow directions, because that's very important for safety. And they excuse me, they after that, everything's done there. They usually come back, report to me. They dismiss. Everybody comes back, reports to me, and says how it's going. If I wasn't with that particular group, then they'll tell me how they did and everything, and then I'll make correction or make notations on who passes and who doesn't. And then the rest of that night is free time. The rest of that evening, you just go and do whatever you want to. If you want to go on a nighttime hike, go on a nighttime hike. If you want to go down by the lake, go down by the lake. If you want to go to your cabin and chillax, you can go to your cabin and chillax. If you want to go to the bonfire and tell ghost stories and eat s'mores, then you go do that. Whatever you want to do. It's a camping trip. We have fun. Saturday, then people, just like Friday night, people just start trickling off to bed, and usually it's John or Joey or somebody like that. Probably Josh this time will be up, past everybody else going to bed. And then Sunday morning we get up. We do, if we have certificates on hand, we'll give out certificates. If not, then we get everybody's info to send them their certificates that completed the class. And then Sunday we just hang out and have a good time. And people that have to leave, go ahead and leave, and we help them pack up. And same as we do when we help people set up, we also help people pack up. We don't just leave you on your own. If you want to help us, if you want to, if you need help getting your gear up and everything like that, then we'll most certainly, everybody is more than happy to help you. I know, emo girl, they're on order. I know you didn't. Yeah, I haven't forgot that. But let me catch up with y'all's comments. Just so you know, if you're a vampire, we have holy water crosses and eat a lot of garlic. Oh, yes, garlic. We also have extra heaters. Okay, yeah. I think the cabins have heaters, but the people in tents might need one. But yeah, everybody has all that. Could I bring my own camera for the investigation this time? We used our phones last time, but I don't like an actual. Of course you can, Emo. You can bring any equipment that you already have. When in February, it is February 3rd, 4th, and 5th, Karen. We didn't get certificates. I know you didn't get certificates. Once again, I know you didn't get those. Oh, that's the last time you said that. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm working on that. I promise you. I haven't forgot that. I'm committed February 17th through the 19th. Hey, at least before they committed you were given a warning. A lot of people don't get that. They just get the straight jacket and go straight in. They don't get a warning months ahead. So that's awesome that you got that, Karen. It's awesome that you already know 17th through the 19th, you're in the padded room. That's awesome that you already know that. I'm just kidding. Well, that's good. If you're committed, if you have a commitment on the 17th, 18th, and 19th, then you can come to the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. It is CAPI Camp, Southern Pillars Campground, Troy, Alabama, February 3rd through the 5th. Throw your email back up there one more time. Big John. Throw up your email there so people can email you whenever they want to know information about CAPI Camp. put that link up and your email. Anybody wants to go to CAPI Camp and you haven't already heard so, you're so funny. I'm not funny, but I play a funny guy on YouTube. jbowen.com at gmail.com. jbowen.cappy, not jbowen.com. jbowen.cappy at gmail.com. jbowen.capi at gmail.com. Email him. Let him know you want to come to camp. Say, I'm going to stay in a tent. I want to stay in a cabin. Well, you know, you can't have a cabin now. They're already taken. But I want to stay in a tent. I want to stay in a hotel. Whatever you want to do. Email John. He will get you set up. Email John with anything that is keeping you from coming to CAPI Camp. And I promise you, 9 times out of 10, 9.9999999 times out of 10, he's going to be able to say, I got you. No problem. Oh, you don't have gas to get there? Where do you live? We'll come pick you up. Oh, your car's broke down? Where do you live? We'll come pick you up. Oh, you don't have camping gear? Where do you live? We'll send it to you. No, we won't send it to you. We'll bring it. We'll meet you there with it. Oh, you don't have money for food or money for the camp? Well, Johnny's paying for the camp and we already have the food. So not an excuse. You have no reason to not come to CAPI Camp. I mean, you just don't have a reason. Unless by chance, like Karen, you're being committed, you know, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And you do know, like she does, I've never seen anyone that actually knew before they were going in. But unless you're going to be committed into the padded room the 3rd, 4th, and 5th of February 2023, then you have no excuse on why you can't come. I knew it was Diet Coke. I'm enjoying one myself. I love my Diet Coke. Yep. But yeah, that's it. That's the cut and dry of it. Y'all come to CAPI. Y'all just do not know. If you've never been to CAPI Camp, you don't know. Just whoever's on right now that's been to CAPI Camp, describe it in your own words. Just throw it up there. Tell them how you feel about CAPI Camp. I'm not going to tell you what to say. I'm not going to say, tell them how good it is. I'm not going to tell you that. If you don't think it's good, put it up there. Look, John even came up for a reason. I got you response if someone is committed or arrested. He says, well, just let us know. Email me on the illegal phone that the screws don't know you have and tell me that you are committed or in jail. John says, we'll come get you. We'll come break you out and take you to camp. We may, depending on the charges, have to bring you back afterwards. We'll drop you in the alley behind the jail there, but we may have to bring you back. We don't know that. We're not going to promise you that or anything like that. Or if it's not that serious, we may just hide you out until it's all calms down. Okay, emo girl Fang says, camp is the most amazing experience, y'all. I've escaped 3 of those places in the past. We got you. Okay, so see, I didn't tell emo girl her name is Lydia. She's amazing. I didn't tell her what to say on here. I just said, hey, just throw up in your words, what is CAPI Camp? And that's what she said. CAPI Camp is the most amazing experience, y'all. It really is. It is so. Need bail money, call CAPI. That's right. Need bail money, call us. We will take care of it. If you're coming to CAPI Camp, we will bail your ass out. Just let us know. But it is, guys. CAPI Camp is just it. John put this thing together. We were talking about doing classes years ago. John was actually pretty new on the team then. I don't have sufficient words to describe it. I wished I could too. During class, they do an investigation. Yes, Jenny, we do. If you do the class, you do classroom, hands-on equipment, and investigation. Yep. That's you have to do all 3 to complete the class. I do the class most times, unless I'm not there or not feeling well, then John will take and do the class. I think pretty much everybody on the team can do a class. I think they're pretty versed on it. But usually I'll do the classroom portion. John helps out and does all of the equipment and usually Joey or somebody will jump in and help him out with that, or I'll help him out with that. And then the investigation part, we'll usually, if it's a lot of people, we'll take them in teams, and you'll have a team leader with you. It'll be either me, John, Beth, or Tom. And yeah, so yeah, we do investigation, we do everything. But I haven't been to CAPI camp. I love the camp. I love the fellowship with my CAPI family. Yeah, but here's how that kind of ensued. We were talking about doing class. We'd done a class over the years since I created the CAPI class years and years and years ago. I kept having people. I would get them on the team, and they would tell me, "Oh yeah, I've been doing this for a while. I know how to do this. I know how to do this. I know how to do that." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." And we need an investigator, so come and help us out. And so they would come. And you could tell that they didn't have a clue. They had been watching TV. I used to call them TV investigators. No, it wasn't. It was what was it? Tubed investigators. That's what I used to call them, because they called the TV a tube back then. I used to call them tubed investigators, because that's where they got their training, was from the tube, the television tube. You young people don't know what I'm talking about. That used to be the screen all the way to the back of the TV. First of all, the TV was about this wide. Y'all can't see my hands, but it's about this wide. And the back, from the screen back, was a big tube. It just went from the screen all the way down into a tube. And that's why I used to call it I didn't come up with that name. Just that was the nickname for a television, was the tube. But I used to call them tube investigators, because I could tell that they got all their training off the TV. And so I decided, you know what, we need to start teaching. We need to start training these people whenever they come on the team, and say, you've got to do this training before you can become an investigator. So I sat down for about 14 hours and put this class together, and literally 14 hours straight, and did this class. And I got up to eat and to go to the bathroom, and that was it until I finished it. And then I had to do all the mistakes, and then other people had to fix those mistakes. And then, yeah, but it was crazy. But put this class together, and I said, from now on, anybody that comes on the team, you got to go through the class to get to be an investigator. Even if you go through the class and get on the team, then you have to know, or you become a investigator in training, what I'm trying to say. And then after 10 investigations, you become an investigator, blah, blah, blah. But so I put this class together, and we used to do the class. When we first started, it was strictly person to person. We would find a location, depending on where we were going for the class, who was wanting to take the class. We would go there, and I would teach the class. And I would do the whole class, and people would come on or come into the class, and we would do it hands-on, face-to-face. Then people started introducing me to the internet and stuff like that. They said, you can do Zoom, you can do FaceTime, you can do all this stuff on Facebook, you can do all this stuff. So we started kind of delving into that and everything. So it was kind of doing it back and forth and everything. So whenever John came on, he was like, we all love to camp. Why don't we put together, a CAPI camp where we can go and do the class and camp and fellowship for the weekend and just have a blast. And so that's what we did. We went to our first CAPI camp, and it was such a success and such an amazing time that everybody fell in love, and we're like, holy crap, this is awesome. So now we do it throughout the year. And we even do it when there's no one to take the class. If we don't have anyone taking the CAPI class, the Paranormal 101 haunting class, the haunting investigator class, we don't stop. We don't say, okay, well, no one's wanting to come do the class, we're not doing CAPI camp this time. No, we go anyway. If we don't have anyone to teach, that's fine. We don't care. That means that we just get to camp all weekend. So even if we don't have anyone to take the class, this time we got several people taking the class, but even if we don't have anyone to take the class, we still do the CAPI camp. This time we do have people taking the class. Now, I wanted to mention that too. There is a $25 charge for class this time. All right. There is a $25 class charge for this time. We don't make any money off of that. That's not to help us out financially or anything like that. That all goes back into education. We don't, no one pays a light bill with that money. I promise you, because it's never enough to pay a light bill. But yeah, that's just for your the time, the papers. We do a packet and all that stuff. It's all that. So but there is a $25 charge for the class this trip. Sometimes I do those for free. This time we do, because no one has to pay for anything. I've already paid for everything. We do have a $25 class charge this time. So if you want to come and take the class, just know that there's $25 a head for the class. But and then there's other stuff if you want to become a member of the team. We are looking for one investigator, I think. Am I right, John? Maybe not. I don't think we need anybody else, actually. I don't know. You never know. We may need another investigator. So if you want to try out for the team, that's all you have to do is come to CAPI camp, go to the class, and then let us know you want to try out for the team. And then we'll take it from there. But let me catch up with y'all's y'all's comments. Obviously, I got that. Email and call CAPI during the class. Do they investigate? Yes, we do the investigation during the class. I don't even have special words to describe it. I live in the CAPI county. I already read all that. Speaking of, what this count as our investigation to join, or will that be an actual client? Yeah, the class never counts as a potential membership. Yeah, never does ever. That has to be on an actual investigation with the team. All right, so many take the TV shows to be for real. Then you go and realize, what are they doing? So much fake to make a show. Yeah, that's why we don't have a show, Karen. We were supposed to do a show years ago. But yeah, we don't do it because I wouldn't bend on integrity, and they wouldn't bend on ratings, so we weren't able to do a show. We walked away from quite a bit of money. Clients are still free, right? Yes, clients are free for CAPI class. Thank you, Ema. Clients, if you're a CAPI client family member, we don't charge you for the class. You don't pay for the class. With that said, don't let money keep you from coming to camp. Yes, and also thank you, John. Why didn't I talk about that? That's why I have John. He's my little radar. I figured, but I wanted to ask. Yeah. Let's say you want to come to CAPI camp and take the class, but you're like, it's you and your husband, or you and your wife, or you and your child, or you and your husband, wife, and child, or whatever, and you want to take the class. And you're like, well, we just can't afford $25 a head. That's kind of steep. We can't do that. Don't not come because of that. Again, like everything else, email John. jbowen.cappy@gmail.com. Holy crap, I got it right the first time that time. jbowen.cappy@gmail.com. Email him, tell him, hey, be honest. There's no judgment here, okay? We don't do that, all right? John would never say, oh, you're a deadbeat, okay. One, he knows that would be his last day on CAPI. But yeah, we don't judge or anything like that. Everybody goes through issues. Believe me, I know that. I'm going through it myself. But yeah, thank you, John. He just popped it back up there. But if you want to come and take the class, but you can't afford $25, email John and tell him, say, hey, look, I really want to come to class. I just can't afford the money right now. So let me know next time y'all do this. Don't not come because of money. Please never do that. We can work through that. I promise you. All right. I have been known to pay people's way through class too. I have been known to do that. All right. So don't worry about money. Please don't never, ever, ever miss a CAPI event because of money. Ever. Never not come to camp because of money. Please don't do that, because we got you. I promise you. It's not about money to us. If it was, we would be on television right now. I promise you. Or we'd be charging our clients. We don't charge for our investigations. We don't charge our clients. We don't allow our clients to give us donations. We don't accept money in any form, way, or fashion. We're not in this for the money. We're in this to show people what? The real paranormal, what the real paranormal is, instead of that crap you see on TV, that crap you hear in most books that are out right now, the crap you get in some courses, some college courses for the paranormal and supernatural. We don't do that. All right. It's not because of the money or anything like that. It's not anything about, if it was for the money for us, we'd be in trouble. Not long ago, there was a guy on this show that told everybody on here that I was a scam artist. I was scamming people. And I said, I don't make any money. How am I a scam artist? What am I scamming them out of? He's like, yes, you do. And I'm like, where's it at? Please tell me, because I forgot to pick it up and I really need it. So I said, if I'm a scam artist, I'm the worst scam artist in the world because I ain't making no money at it. So yeah, we don't make money off of this. We're not scamming anybody. There's nothing about CAPI that is out to get anybody's money or car or house or any of that stuff. We want the real paranormal out there, guys. That's what makes my team so freaking amazing. And I know I've gone over time, but I have a team that doesn't care about the money. Do I have team members and myself? Is there times whenever we have to say, hey guys, I'm not going to make it to this investigation, this coming up investigation. I just don't have the money. Sorry about the dogs. They go a little nuts sometimes. There's either an ambulance going by or someone just pulled up. One of those. Or there's a horse in the yard. But our horses roam free throughout the property. And they sometimes come down here close to the cabin. And yeah, the dogs go nuts. I think that's what it is because they're continuing. But anyway, I do apologize for that. It'll stop. But I'm trying to get a little sick. We're just none of this that we do is for anything other than getting the real paranormal out there. That's our only goal. That is it. That's why we do this show. That's why we do any events that we do. That's why we do CAPI camp. That's why we do Zoom classes. That's why we do anything that we do. That is why we do it, is to get the real paranormal out there. That's why whenever we have a client and a client comes up and says, hey, we want you to come in and investigate. We come in and investigate. The last thing that happens with that client is usually Beth and I will go in there because she's our case manager. She's basically our client team liaison officer. She handles everything case matter for that client. So it's usually her and I will go in at the very end of the investigation and we'll talk to the client. And when everybody's packing up and leaving, or if we just packed up and we're about to leave, Beth and I will go in and talk to the client. We'll say, and we tell them, look, once you become a client for CAPI, you're a family to CAPI. We don't leave you high and dry. We don't walk away from you and say, okay, we've done your investigation, goodbye. We'll call you in a week or so about your evidence, anything like, because all that becomes property. We don't do that. They're our family. Where they call me. I have clients that call me throughout the night. I have clients that email me. I have clients that text me. I have clients that message me, and we're always there for them. So, and we do have clients that says, well, at least let me pay your gas, or I know you don't take any money, but I want to make a donation. No, we don't do that. We do accept food and coffee. However, if they want to offer us food while we're there or coffee, we do accept that. We don't have a problem with that, but we do not take money. And so there is no money in this. If you're getting into this, if you want to come to CAPI camp and take the class, that's the thing that'll keep you from coming to CAPI camp. If you call John up or email John and say, hey, I really want to come and do this because the money, I want to make some money doing this. I'm going to charge my clients and everything like this. John will tell you, I can't help you because there's not going to be any money in it. I promise you. You're like, well, ghost adventures, they make a lot of money, and ghost hunters, they make a lot of money. Yeah, they make about $4.5 million a year doing that show, but they also have no credibility within the paranormal whatsoever because they accept the money. They take that money, and that just tears away their integrity and their credibility and everything about it. So we don't bring money into it. We never will, especially coffee. Yep. But yeah, we will never, ever, ever allow that to be in there. So don't worry about that. If you can't come because of money, don't not come. Just tell John, and he'll have a way for you. I promise you. Even if he has to call me and say, "Hey, what can we do here, and here?" And we're going to make it happen. Right? We're either going to waive. I'll pay for it. Never not come because of money, please. That's just silly and really unnecessary. Let me get to your comments here. Some of you already read that. Clients are still free yet. With that said, don't let money up. Blah, blah, blah. I can't fake it. If I can't debunk it, then I question it. Absolutely. I like the way you said that. Especially coffee. Yep. Especially coffee. We don't never say no to coffee. I promise you that. Ever. I love myself some coffee. I got a Keurig right over there. I'm bringing it to camp too. So if y'all want to come to camp and have some good coffee, got you. Since ours is free, we can cover class for someone if needed. You've already had the class. Emo. What are you talking about? You've already done. You're in Preston. Already did the class. Good night, Karen. Yes, I hope so too. But guys, I'm going to cut out of here. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for making this another awesome show. It's always awesome when I get to spend an hour with you guys, and I went over this time. I had some other stuff to talk about tonight, but we kind of got off into CAPI camp and everything. I just wanted to sit in again. You can do that anytime you want. It's usually a charge. It's like $10 to do a refresher, unless you're a member, an investigator member. But yeah, no, I wouldn't charge you guys that. You're clients, so you don't have to worry about it. But yeah, they're refreshers for people that aren't clients or not members. Then there's a 10. That's just $10. They want to sit in to do a refresher, and we do refreshers anytime anybody wants to. But yeah, clients don't pay, so you don't have to worry about that. All righty, clients, soldiers, and police officers or an EMS don't pay. Firefighters, all that stuff. Actually, is that what it is? I think it is, or is it just discounted? I know soldiers don't pay. Military doesn't pay. Police, fire, and rescue don't pay. And clients. Either way, we would cover someone. You're so sweet, Emo. You're so awesome. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really love this show. I really like tonight because we got to talk a lot about CAPI camp, and I hope everybody gets to come to CAPI camp because it is freaking amazing. And I just love having so many people there. We have packed this campground out so far. All the cabins are taken. We've got, I know several people, especially seeing how I had to pay for it, and now I know I'm getting my money's worth because I got a buttload of people coming, and for what I paid, it's a little bit high. But if I can pack this place out, it won't be no problem. I promise you. So I'm very happy about that. At least I'm getting my money's worth. I love you guys so much. I would do this for everybody on here, but I would also do it for just one person because I love you so much. And I appreciate everything you guys do for the show. I appreciate everything you guys do for CAPI. And I appreciate everything you guys do for the paranormal. Please keep it up. Get that word out there. Let people know about the paranormal. Even if you don't want to tell them about CAPI, tell them about the paranormal, the real paranormal. Tell them that 3 o'clock in the morning, sage, Ouija boards, crystals, crystal balls, black cats, all that stuff is crap. It's not true. It doesn't work. It's all innuendos and folklore and all that stuff. That's why we do what we do. That's why I'll continue to do what I do. Even if there's only one person watching, I don't care. We had a really good number tonight, so that's awesome. But I want you guys to do me a big favor sometime this week. I don't care if it's a friend, family member, or someone you meet on the street. Make at least one person smile because that's exactly what we need the most of right now. I love you guys so much. We'll see you next Sunday, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Y'all have a great, great weekend and have a paranormal week. Good night.